Check, check, check.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They're the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Gye-Nyame, falling in love, initiation, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombs and hope, keep something innovative.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shut up. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the 4 pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Man, come on. Drink your water. It's time. Take your breath.
Daily toast time.
Lift and pour.
What? Pour it.
Come on.
Get those healthy habits
your
starting to go.
body.
Oh.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water.
What's up, family? What's up, family? What's up? I want to say great day. I had to cut the commercials. I apologize because I don't know what. It sounded like they was cooking something. Like they was frying bacon in the background, and I couldn't take it any longer. So I said, let's get the show started. All right, family, I want to say great Nia to all of you, and we want to give all of the Nia born a round of applause. Those Nia babies. Oh, my God. It is your day. Yes. Man, last night, man, we had a fantastic show. We didn't get a chance to actually cover the Proverbs. But we did cover the Proverbs, and those are the type of shows I like because we talk about wisdom mining. Taking time to look at the wisdom that our ancestors left us. Having some of those uncomfortable conversations. But then the next step is putting what we learn into action. You know what I'm saying? Brother Kwame has coined the term the practical application of African wisdom. You know what I'm saying? We do ourselves a disservice when we gather all this information, we study all this information, we read all this information, and it is of no avail to us because we don't use it. Everything that we are experiencing, everything that we are struggling with, our ancestors have already left us the keys to solving it. To us healing ourselves, they already solved their problem. To us learning about ourselves, they already solved their problem. To us economically building, they already solved that. To us getting and inspiring our children to learn more, they have already solved their problem. There is no problems that we're going through, no matter how dire it looks, that our ancestors have not went through in some form or fashion. And all we have to be able to do is be wise enough to listen to their words, read their words, mine their words, grab the jewels and place them into the jewelry of our life. So I was blessed last night. I had two beautiful sisters call me last night. I had Sister Madonna as well as Sister CeeLo, who took the time out to come and join the conversation. I just wanted to reshare the Proverbs, because I know some of y'all was like, what in the hell happened? I was trying to get the Proverbs. Say the knowledge holders, loving cannot be done without sacrifice. Thus, linkage is not made without sacrifice. Powerful. Where you at, Anime? Anime, where you at? What are you doing? Huh? I know you don't like me calling you a Thunderbird, right? So but you do make thunder, right? God Almighty. All right. Say the knowledge holders, the motive of the sacrifice must be as great as the object. The motive of the sacrifice must be as great as the object. And lastly, say the knowledge holders, the good of the object signifies the good of the motive of the sacrifice. We are in the chapter of sacrifice, and that is one of the most important chapters that, for me in that book, that's one of the chapters that really, really made me have to start looking at some of the things that I was aspiring to do differently. You know what I'm saying? This book, African Openness, the Tree of Life, once again, the story is that I was going through the stacks of book in the Black Studies. It was in the Black Studies library in the main library at Ohio State, and I found a little, I think it was a black covered leather bound book. I pulled the book out. I said, African Openness to the Tree of Life, what is this? So I pulled it out, and I opened up the book, and I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out. I kept that thing for a long time, but I made sure I got it back because I knew somebody else was going to get it. But something told me I shouldn't have never took that book back. I should have liberated it and paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a leather-bound one. I have not found another leather-bound book like that ever. But, you know, some important issues was raised last night, like the what is, I mean, because once again, it gets back down into those rites of passage question. What is a man? What is a woman? You know what I'm saying? What are the roles that they need to play for a healthy, prospering, and growing tribe? Family, tribe, community. Better yet, let's take it all the way back. Individual, family, tribe, right? Community. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things we see, because many of us, we're not willing to make some sacrifices. And in order for us to move towards the center, in order for us to move and to grow, there's going to be definite sacrifices that we're going to have to make. Like I said, like me downsizing, although I got a bigger TV, the space that I'm in order to do this is a lot smaller. I got a lot smaller space to actually work out of right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm making the best of it. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, sometimes we have to kind of make sacrifices so that we can move forward. We have to make sacrifices so that we could grow. We have to make sacrifices so we can make space in our life to get what it is that we need to be able to move forward. Our ancestors already laid that out. They already set the demonstration for that. They laid the foundation for that. You know what I'm saying? But we lost a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? In our process of becoming who we are, because it is a definite process, and it's going to take a process to get us from who we are now to who we need to be in order for our people to continue existing on this planet. Because I understand because some of the people want to hold on to stuff, right? And that's cool. But like I said, in order to make room for something else to come in, sometimes you got to make that sacrifice. And that's painful. All right, but hey, let's go on and move on to the toast. Shouts out to whoever was out there. Because, I kind of got on a little bit early because people like, I go and brush my teeth, get ready, boom, boom, boom. He got the commercials playing. Commercials got cut this morning, all right? So let's go. Let's make a transition. There we go. All right, got that watermelon. 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 All right, so let's go and get it. Make sure I get to the chat over here. I think I got some stuff to share with y'all this morning too. All right, so I've been continuing on the blog. I've been haikuing pretty regular. Well, actually, I've been haikuing every day. I got to, the goal is for within the next 2 weeks to at least post up on Instagram, as well as TikTok, at least twice a day, maybe move towards 3 times a day. I got to start engaging in a little bit more in some conversations. So, in order to move it forward. So I'm going to have to really start engaging with people. You know what I'm saying? And, so, and also I have to start reaching out a little bit more. But I got a lot of content that I still have to make. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always thinking about new stuff. Like I got something that I'm working on right now. And by the way, starting on Emoja, we will be launching the first day of the Nguza Salva Festival. It'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. And it will be going down live on Gye-Nyame Media. And speaking of that, I want to remind you, an outstanding congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Of course, you know this is a Daily Toast. And of course, this is a Heart of a Simba production. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. So on this toast, I need to send out some energy. I have received a call from one of my favorite elders yesterday. I love all my elders, but you got special relationships with some. Call them Pops and shit. I get to call him what my sons call me. What's up, Pops? Just see the phone and be like, oh, shit, I'm in trouble. Y'all got people in your life where they call you, be like, oh, shit, I'm in trouble. Okay, hold on. What's up, Pops? Okay, I'm not in trouble. But he called me yesterday and to inform me about our family. You know what I'm saying? And I want to send some energy out. The ancestors know. So, we're going to send some special energy out to the family because it's a private matter. But we send energy out every day. But I want to kind of focus it and center it for myself today. And then also, I had something else that happened yesterday that I'm going to be throwing some energy out for. So now, also family, those of you, please remember, we got that part called the selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment? Shouts out to Mama Margarita. How you doing? When we call in all these energies into the room for that selfish, when we say the selfish toast, right? You know what I'm saying? Or other parts of the toast, there's other things you can focus on as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow this energy that we have been bringing in together for over 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow that energy just to be wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is not an empty ritual. We're not doing this as an empty ritual. We're not doing this as entertainment. Although it can be entertainment, those of us that are actually participating in the process, please understand that you are calling energies into the room, and it would be foolish not to use those energies. So when you have sick people in your life, when you have people in pain in your life, when you're in pain in your life, when you need healing in your life, use this time. That's what it's for. We do the Daily Toast to try to heal our community. You know what I'm saying? Yvette Carnell, she coined the phrase lineage therapy. For us, we're doing lineage therapy. There's a lot of healing that we got to do. And every morning we gather, well, most mornings. Those Daily Toasters know what I'm saying. Most mornings, but every day we gather whether it's a lot or whether it's just a few. And we are able to direct this energy. We're calling the Creator in the room. We're calling our ancestors in the room. We're calling our present moment energy. We're calling our future generation. We're calling all of this universal cosmic energy in the room. And for you to let it go to waste is a shame. Especially when there's people in your life that needs that energy. All right? So, don't allow the energy to go to waste. So, first off, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We call the Creator into the room, even though we know the Creator is already here, has always been here, and always will be here. We lift up our glass and we salute that energy. We become conscious of it, right? And we lift up our glass and we salute. And we say our word of power, which is Ashe for some. There's other words that you may use, but go on and say it. We say Ashe. From there, family, move on to all of our ancestors. We're calling our personal ancestors right now. Are you ready? We lifting up our glass. Of course, we don't say Ashe yet because we got a long list. And anybody that's new out there that might want to add to the list, you can hit us up in our Facebook group page on Gye-Nyame Journey .media. You can inbox me on Facebook if you are on Facebook. You know what you know how it go. You know how it go, right? Or maybe you don't. And if you don't, you can put it right here on the timeline, right? So with that, we call on Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Texas, Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Fannegasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva, Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, L. No More Exit, Pet Ma, Rob Malika Core, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, the farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Western, Elder Ajani, Elder Ryan Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy right there, Gail Pullen and Luxor, Brother Miss Eda, Brooke Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Richard Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lance Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Rich Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Dorella Clark, Inez McCray, Chris Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kennedy D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sel Weller, Vita Farmer, Agos, Sue, Cheryl, Harvey, Charmaine, Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Barry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary, Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keisha Larice, Linda Watson, Hammond, Jarrell Giles Watson, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Southern Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Rainier Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. S. Senior, James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Investor, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Nelda Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, Don Patel Webman, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dealey Mayonnaise, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. First list. We are on William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basici, Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Honest Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scanner, Barry Wilson, Haley, Elma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Pitty Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Will Blongmeyer, Ethan Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nailon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens. All right. Oh man, but I made it to the seniors. I made it to see Sue Ann Stevens. Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sister Boys, O'Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Stage Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donnie Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia, and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong. Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Becker, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca, Alexander, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Ewan Andrew Baker, Patricia Devil Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Head, Tubman McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno, Baby Hatch, I Sing, Melly Miller, Jose Hatchstack, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Max Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Monahan Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Japel Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urchin Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Laura Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irving, Irving Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Jabez McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chuck Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Arthur H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Chuck Brothers, Reginald Alver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Benny Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell. Got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher. We got Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Condon. Oh, man, I'm getting it. I'm Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Mr. Dorton, Johanna, Jasonda Nett Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walter, Nalati Sue Walter, Emma Walter, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walter, William Walter, Fred Powers. We got Elijah Juan, Hakeem and Coleman. We got Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Burgess, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Jesse Woods, Till R. Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods. Got Juanita, Alexander Brown. Got Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Andrew Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William, Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Murrow. Got Sylvester Paul, James Lizzie Winston, Abe, and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Letters Sr. We got Gladys Cobra, Ozell Letters Jr., Gina Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Seth Winston, Chris Kenny, Margaret Mentor, Mary Smith, Juanette Florine, Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown. Got Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carlos Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Bueller, Papa Al Reeson, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gale, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona, Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner. We got Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Herman Reeves. Got Pam Johnson, Vivian Reed Fisher, Jerry, and Jocelyn McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba, Donald Brooks, Barbara Mozart, Spade, Era Branson. We got Eric Winston, Dan Bridges, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keat, We got Lena Shepard, Bradell Woodland, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilford, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Kylie Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Miss Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, and Tracy Emery. Man, family, we raise up our glass once again, calling the energies in, sending the energies out. We lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors upon whose shoulders we stand, right? Who are still involved in our lives, right? We lift up our glass to our extended family and we say, Ashe. From their family, move to the present moment right now. Right now, right now, right now, right now. We are on Nia. Man, the day is Nia, and I want to give, once again, a round of applause to all the Nia babies. And for those who are confused and like, what in the world is he talking about? I don't understand. This is not for the Daily Toast. This is for those of you that's new. You got to check us out on our free GNJecourse.com. Free GNJecourse.com. Right? You come on out, find out what we talking about here, Gye-Nyame Journey. And, you know what I'm saying? Eat the fruit, leave the seeds. For those of you that eat meat, eat the meat, leave the bone. Come get some free information. Learn how to build your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Understand what we're talking about here on Gye-Nyame Journey so that you can really apply this energy. From here, family, we are on the present moment near. And as I do every day, I want to ask you, I implore you to activate your reticular formation. Well, allow it to be activated because it's an automated system. And seek out Nia. Say to yourself, I'm going to find some Nia today. You know, you got to be on the hunt for it. And be like, boom, then your reticular formation to kick in. And you'll start seeing Nia all around you. Nia, I didn't know Nia lived. Nia lived there. Nia, right? You know what I'm saying? So activate. You know what I'm saying? Get out here. Let's seek it out. It's in us and it's all around us. We just got to start learning how to see these principles so that we can put them to work right now in the present moment, so that we can expand this moment, enliven this moment, strengthen this moment, so that we can pass it on to the next generation, so that our children will at least have time. And not just a little bit of time, not just enough time to sell. You know what I'm saying? Have time to really be creative. Have time to do things that we never even thought was possible with some of the tools that we got, or come up with new tools and do things that we didn't even know was possible. Because they need time for that, family. That's why we got to hustle in our generation so we can make sure that the young people got time. And they're going to have to hustle in their generation to make sure that their young people got time. It's a constant and never-ending struggle, and thank you for allowing me to participate in it. So in this moment, right now, we are on Nia. Nia, for those that don't speak the language, we need purpose. From there, the mighty principle of the day is balance. The color is yellow, as you can see by my shirt. And nothing I love more than a black woman in yellow. All right. Rhythm is a Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. Man, family. We lift up our glass to this present moment, to the power in this moment. Allowing that energy to flow within us and allowing it to flow out to all that may need it. Shouts out to Brother Kwame as well. We lift up our glass. Come on now, lift it up. And we say the word of power. What's your word of power? Over here, we use our shade. From there, family, we move from the present moment, move to the future generation. We lifting up our glass to our children unto infinity. We calling them in the room before it's their time. We're saluting them before it's their time. We're saluting them in advance. As we do this, so as we do them, so will they do us. Right? We lift up our glass. We say, I say. All right. Story about the future generation. So there's a story about an old a man and his son. His wife died. So he went and he got himself a new wife, a new younger wife. Sexy. She was the bomb, but certain things she didn't like. For example, this man had always been a good man, and he felt lucky to have this woman, so he would do whatever it took to keep her. You know, he was so good that he was following his tradition, and he was taking care of his elders. So he had his father in the house, and the woman came in the house, and she changed everything, and she said, I'm sick of this old man being in the house, and I want him out. So the husband, being a good man, or supposedly a good man, being run by this woman, you know what I'm saying, out of bounds. She's out of bounds. But anyway, all right, cool. He's like, all right, Pops, I'm sorry. So he went and he fixed up the barn and moved his father into the barn. Now his son is watching this. So this goes on for a couple of weeks. So the son go out to the barn and visit with the grandfather, and they have a good time. He sees grandfather is cold and stuff, so he gives him some of his blankets and stuff. And, you know, this goes on for a while, you know, so the grandson is constantly going to see the grandfather. And so one day, the father noticed that the son is stockpiling stuff. So he get concerned about this, so he goes and he talks to his son. He says, son, what are you doing? He said, well, since Grandpa's living in the garage and one day you're going to be old like that, I want to make sure I got enough supplies to keep you warm and stuff when you have to move out into the barn. And the father looked at him, and kind of the sexual spell that was on him kind of fell off. And he went out to the garage and got his grandfather and brought him in the house, brought his father in the house, and told the woman that if she couldn't deal with that, she had to roll. So she got up and she left. And they lived happily ever after. You know, he got him another woman, though. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, we got the mind, you know, like I said, we are taking care of our future generation before they even come in the room. We're responsible for them before they even come in the room. We got to make space for them. We got to create time for them. Many of us, we didn't know that. So we're not at fault for that right now. But now, in this generation, we know it, and we need to start making sure that our young people know it, that when you have to prepare space and time for young people when we bring them in the world. Not just in your house, in the world. You know, because many of us, we created space and time for them in our house. We got them a room. But what happens after the damn room? We got to really, 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 really seriously think about the space and time that we are providing for our young people outside of the little space you got in your house. What about the space in the world? Are we out here carving it? And you can't do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it by yourself. This is a group thing. This is a group effort. What are we providing for the young people that we're bringing into the world? We need to have those serious conversations with people. Be very cognizant of what you do with yourself and your body and what you create. Anyway, so we moving from our children's children onto infinity. We raise it up again. We salute them. From their family, we move to all of our relations. Sending out that energy to all of our relations, right? Lifting up our glass and we say Ashe. From their family, we move to that selfish toast. Here we go. What do you need in this moment right now to move towards your greatness? Come on now. Before we move to the tribe, I'm going to throw a special one in here, all right? This is for all those that need this energy right now, because we got people around us right now that need some of this energy that we building up for those that need it. Ashe. From there, family, we move on and we move to our tribe, right? bringing up that tribal energy, right? Bringing up that tribal energy. What's your tribe? Right? Salute and raise up your glass to your tribe, your accountability crew, your crew. We lift it up. Mine is Gye-Nyame. What's yours? Say it. Say the name out loud. Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, most marvelous, most uplifting, most outstanding, most beautiful, wisest, and the most just individual in the room. I lift up my glass to you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. All right. So this is what's going to happen today. I'm not going to be able, well, let's do a little bit of news. I gotta start getting up earlier because, once again, the world is changing. The world has changed. And I don't want to not keep up with it. Busting out. We're busting out on the funk. Busting out. Busting out on some sear. Da 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 da. All right. So right now in the news, real quick, times are changing. We got something from the Washington Post for younger job seekers. This is one of my elders. Hold on. What's up, elder? Peace and hair grease to you as well. What's going on? Well, school ain't opening up until the March 1st. So I should be. Well, at what time? Oh, we got, okay, cool. So I have to take it off. Yeah, I'll go to, I'll travel with you, Elder. Let me call you out there because you know I'm on my show, but I got you. And you supposed to come because we supposed to do an interview with you, by the way. No, it's already next year. What you talking about? Kwame said he already spoke with you. Right. Okay. I feel you. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in the office and get the time today. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Peace. All right, I'm back. Got to take care of them elders, family. Got to take care of them elders. All right. The times are changing. For younger job seekers, diversity and inclusion in the workplace aren't a preference, they are requirements. So things are changing. Many of us used to have to shift who we were to be operating these spaces. Now these spaces have to shift who they are. And we got to keep up the pressure, family. We got to keep it, gotta push it forward. They got to change, damn it, they got to change. For younger, here we go. We read that. Millennial and Gen Z professionals are avoiding companies without a diverse workforce, clear promotion traffic, and a commitment to confronting systematic racism in their ranks. What? Sound like Gen Z and the millennials get busy. Last summer, Arian Lloyd. This is from Jennifer Miller. Last summer, Arian Lloyd went job hunting with a fresh set of priorities. For 3 years, she had been one of the few black people in the sales department at a national movie theater chain. It wasn't always a good feeling. Movies headlined by black actors or black directors were often pigeonholed as black entertainment, and Lloyd was frequently the sole voice advocating for a wider marketing campaign. When she had applied to the job in her mid-20s, she hadn't asked about diversity. It was about getting the role and getting the paycheck, said Lloyd. But this summer changed everything. I can't really put it into words. How George Floyd and Black Lives Matter greatly affected me, Lloyd said. When it came to entering the workforce, I wanted to make my next move as meaningful as possible. Lloyd knew that the pandemic and recession might limit her options, but she remained uncompromising. When she found a company that looked appealing, she checked for a diversity, equity, of inclusion, DIE officer on staff, or an emphasis on DIE programming for employees. She looked for certification from Society for Human Resources Management, which emphasized unconscious bias. They got something called family. We got to get in some of these hustles. Unconscious bias training. Oh, God. I know somebody could write some shit up real good for that. That sound like it, because you unconscious of it, you got to pay extra. That sound like a good gig. You know what I'm saying? About 5 of those in 1 year for some of these companies. And you done. And we gonna have all of the sessions in nice warm spaces. You understand what I'm saying? Nice cities with nice tourist attractions. But anyway, as she poured over Glassdoor, Indeed, and LinkedIn to ensure that employees of color hadn't posted negative reviews in the last 12 months, it was a lot of work, but it paid off. In November, she was offered a sales associate role with Bloomerang, an Indianapolis-based software company that helps nonprofit fundraise. She says the company not only decided to seek qualified and diverse employees, but also tries to promote the importance of DIE in the nonprofit sector as a whole. All right, so y'all gonna read that. They have to shift the workspace. Family got to keep pushing this whole being you thing. Is working. It's working, but like I said, so we have to prepare ourselves for the backlash, because the job they trying to set, while we pounding on them in these little areas, we got to start hitting with the body shots. You know what I'm saying? That reparation, we got to hit. We got them on the ropes. They got to make changes in what's going on right now, and we got to keep pushing forward. But the whole piece is we have to be clear on who we are. And we have to go in there and be who we are. Be who we are. Force them. Because you know what I'm saying? Because, slavery wasn't volunteer. So in essence, in order for us to be who we are, we got to force it just like they did. We got to force it. That's the only way they're going to recognize it. Here we go. Google reshuffles AI team leadership after researcher controversial departure. They got a black woman there. I just threw it up there. We just threw it up there. Y'all gonna read that if y'all want. Uh-oh. Flip-flopping. I call this one flip-flopping. This is NPR.org. Ancient trees show when the Earth's magnetic field last flipped out. So y'all might want to read that about them, for some reason, these type of articles popping up, and this is an NPR. So, let's see. Let me see how long it is. So basically, through trees, they're able to see. I guess they got 42,000-year-old trees. That's some badass trees. All right. Let's start down here. James Chanel, a geologist at the University of Fuller, questioned whether other kinds of historical records like ice cores support the idea of a global climate crisis around 42,000 years ago. Now, 42,000 years ago is when they estimate that the last shift of the magnetic field happened. He works mostly on the North Atlantic, he says, and it isn't aware of anything very dramatic going on there at the time. Still, he has previously written about the possibility that magnetic field weakening was linked to the die-offs of large mammals. So he was thrilled to see someone else connecting those two things. Large mammals, he notes, are long-lived and susceptible to damage from prolonged exposure to ultraviolet radiation that would increase during periods when the magnetic field was weak. So what they're saying is that 42,000 years ago, with the magnetic field shifting, right? Regardless of just because some people say it's a giant flip, that's kind of like, it's like a shock, but the magnetic field weakens, and that magnetic field is part of our protection from a lot of the ultraviolet rays. So it caused mass die-off for many species of animals because their constant exposure to all of those dangerous, supposed dangerous rays. Did you know? I mean, I don't think sun rays is going to be too much of a problem for some of us, right? You know. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, many African countries had a surprise manufacturing surge in the 2010s. It bodes well for the years ahead. So I'm looking at this. I posted it up there because I was wondering, because we get a lot of T-shirts and stuff from China. I'm wondering, can we get some stuff ordered and do it? Because I want to look up with some of these factories in Africa and see what we could do as far as getting some of our stuff done and shipped over here. All right. In Nevada desert, a technology firm aims to build a new government. They aim to build a government. And I'm like, we could do this. Let's check this out. This is ABC News. Let's check this out. Because this is interesting, right? Because we was talking about this a little while ago on Gye-Nyame Journey. Carson City, Nevada. This is by Sam Metz of the Associated Press. Report for America. Carson City, Nevada. In Nevada desert, a cryptocurrency magnate hopes to turn dreams of a futuristic smart city into reality. To do that, he's asking the state to let companies like him or like his form local governments on land they own, which will grant them power over everything from school to law enforcement. Jeffrey Burns, CEO of Nevada-based Blockchain LLC, envisions a city where people not only purchase goods and services with digital currency, but also log their entire online footprint, financial statements, medical records, and personal data on blockchain. Blockchain is a digital ledger known mostly for recording cryptocurrency transactions, but also has been adopted by some local governments for everything from documenting marriage licenses to facilitating elections. You use blockchain for elections. America, with it? What's going on? The company wants to break ground by 2022 in rural Story County, 12 miles, 19 kilometers east of Reno. It's proposing to build 15,000 homes and 33 million square feet or 3 million square meters of commercial and industrial space within 75 years. Burns, whose idea is the basis for draft legislation that some lawmakers saw behind closed doors last week, said traditional government doesn't offer enough flexibility to create a community where people can invent new uses for his technology. So I'm just saying, he got rich off of crypto, but he want to build a city. So fam, we need to put some, like I said, we need to go on, get some real earners, develop some real earners in the tribe, and go on and start our own little, Groveport is his own, what they call these, townships or something like that. We need to go and we need to get our own town. Where we got the schools and all that. Got the schools, police force, all that is us. But let me go. I need to get over to my adventure, and I want to thank y'all for taking the time and joining us here on Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am out, and y'all take it easy.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Kabaragani. Bomb Skin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bomb Skin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kuji Chagalia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedan, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Gin. Madeline Gin is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love, 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 love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now
releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is